Public Schools, and this is Education Elevation. Welcome to our show. This is a monthly radio show that's dedicated to all things NOLA Public Schools. And of course, I always have some amazing guests here just to share more information about the great things that are happening within our school district. And today is no exception to that, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. This is a 30-minute session, and I host it every month. And if you've got some questions or some things that you'd like for us to cover, then please hit us up on social media because we would love to hear from you. Now, before we dig into the amazing guests that we have in the studio with us today, I just want to say, can you believe that summer is almost over? It's time for back to school. As we near the end of summer break and enter the new school year, I do it with joy and enthusiasm. As much as I love graduation, which is that culminating thing that we know is so important to our scholars, I also love the first day of school. And our schools will start opening up as early as August 1st, which is next week, and certainly look forward to welcoming our scholars, our teachers, leaders, and staff back to school. And I know many of you are rapidly preparing for back to school. So I want to give a couple of messages. First of all, to our educators, teachers, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know last year I declared it the year of the teacher, and I really wanted to be sure that our teachers know how much we love them, respect them, and value them. And I feel the exact same way now and then some, because as each year goes by, I do know we have a lot of challenges in education, and the work that needs to be done cannot be done without our effective teachers. We'll have more information over the coming weeks on our social media about the Joyful Educator starting back, which is just our way of pouring into our teachers and celebrating teachers. To our amazing scholars, ready or not, it's time. It's always interesting on that first day of school, the difference between, say, a kindergarten or first grader and a middle schooler when it's time to go back to school. Y'all, it's time. So put your smiley faces on, and let's have an amazing year. Not only to get to see your friends, but to learn some new things. To our families, thank you for your support of our scholars. And as our scholars get older, please know that they still need you. And especially when we start thinking about things like school attendance, which we'll talk more about next month. Our theme is attend today to achieve tomorrow, and we want to make sure that our families, as well as the New Orleans community, is supporting that and making sure that we are all wrapping our arms around our amazing babies so that we can be sure that they are successful in this upcoming school year. Now, those are my announcements. And without any further ado, I have the most amazing lineup today, y'all. You're going to be upset that it's only 30 minutes because I'm so thrilled to introduce our guests. We have Mr. Virgil Tiller, our new assistant principal at the Leah Chase School, Chelsi Martin, our SPED coordinator at the Leah Chase School, and Ciara Clark's one of our kindergarten teachers at the Leah Chase School. So welcome.
Welcome. Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you all so much for joining me today. There are a lot of things that could be asked in terms of the excitement around opening this new school and just the anticipation of that first day. But let's just start off with something real simple. I always like to talk to educators about your why, about what brings you joy. Why do you do this work? And so who wants to go first and just share with the whole audience what brings you joy? And what is your why that inspires you to give your all at school, in and out of school, every day?
For me, in the classroom, I love to see their aha moment. I love to see when they have that light bulb moment and finally realize, oh, God, I got it.
Yes.
And, just seeing them grow from one semester to the next semester,
Yes.
and then being able to look back on where they've come from at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I love to see the growth.
I love that. I have to admit, I'm a reformed secondary educator. And I was one of those people who didn't realize how hard kindergarten teachers work until I became an elementary principal. And so my hat's off to you. Kindergarten is one of the most important grade levels. And I know exactly what you mean about that aha moment, because it's amazing to see those light bulbs light up in our young scholars.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of what Mrs. Clark said, because for me,
I love to see when our scholars focus less on what they can't do and embrace what they can do.
Yes.
Especially if our exceptional learners. Like, that's the most important thing. Like, let's embrace what you can do and not focus on your struggles so much.
I love that. Yeah, and you're right. When we're talking about our diverse learners, a growth mindset is important for everybody, right? But definitely when we come across things that are challenging, let's not worry about the challenges, and the challenges just make us stronger anyway, right? But focus on the positive. I love that. What about our assistant principal?
My why is to provide the access to students and scholars so that they can be successful in life. I wanted to give them the access that I was afforded through education.
I love it.
So that's my why. My joy has changed over the years. I've been in this over 20 years. So right now, my joy is actually seeing my former students or anyone I've actually touched and seeing them doing something positive in the community or letting me know that, hey, I really didn't like you, Mr. Tiller. But now I understand. Now I understand why you did what you did. And so that's my joy now.
I love that. And those full circle moments are unlike anything that any other profession can relate to. And that's one of the things I love about being an educator, being a teacher, is just having those full circle moments. And especially when you actually get to see the scholars that you poured into and hear how great they're doing. So that is so, so wonderful. So as we get geared up for the year, new school, right? A lot of excitement within the community, and named after the amazing icon of our community, Leah Chase, which, for me, just that part alone has been enough to give a level of energy, excitement, and optimism. But what is exciting to you, and what are you looking forward to in this school year as we open this new school? And you guys are like our inaugural staff for this school. How exciting is that? And what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the opportunity to just make the Leah Chase School what we want it to be. For me, it's important that we enhance inclusivity for our students. We improve educational opportunities and outcomes. And that we are supportive, and we're building a supportive environment for our students, our families, and our teachers. We want everyone to be happy.
I love that. And that supportive environment goes a long way. Because school should be like a family, right? And one of the things that I always want to make sure is that our babies have trusting adults at school. We always say at least one, but in a whole building of teachers, leaders, and staff, they have more than one, right? And just having that support. So I appreciate that. What else? What are you excited about this school year and opening this new school?
I think for me, it's the opportunity, once again, just to create something new. Being in the system and always saying, okay, if I had a school or if I was doing this, this is what I do. Or this is what I would do. Now, I have that opportunity to do that and make a positive impact for the community. So that's my real, like, I'm excited about that. And then just the people I'm working with right now, man, the level of excitement and the level of experience. And like, it's the summertime, Doctor, and they are going in there and wanting to be
excited about it.
Excited.
It's like, that's not something we normally, y'all know this. PD is not usually described as exciting.
You walk into PD like, why am I here again? Like, already? But everyone's really excited. Like, we have a strong team. I'm excited about our team.
I love that.
I'm excited to see where we're going. I'm excited to see that our input as professionals, as teachers, is actually being taken into consideration. More times than not, they ask us how we feel or what we think. But that's as far as it goes. So I'm excited that it's actually being listened to and heard, and I'm excited to see the fruits of our labor.
And that matters because everybody wants to feel valued. We know this is the thing called work, but at the same time, you spend so much time in your school that value and that family and just that engagement with your teachers and staff matters a whole lot, because it becomes family. And speaking of families, one of the things that we're starting to look at now that our enrollment and registration numbers are creeping up, which we're excited about, and as that happens, we're starting to learn more about the families that we're going to serve. So, what message would you all have for our families to encourage them about what this upcoming school year may bring? Because we cannot do this without our families, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, we would like them to know that we are here for them. Mm-hmm. We are open to listen to them and their concerns, and we want to form relationships with them so that we can help their scholars grow to their potential as much as we can, because that teacher-parent relationship is very important in the education of their scholar.
Absolutely.
And when the students see that their parents are involved and, pushing for them to do their best, then they typically do better in the classroom when they know someone is behind them.
Yeah, it becomes like an accountability piece, right?
Yeah.
And when our scholars know that the family is involved, I mean, it makes a huge difference. And that homeschool connection is vital for that. What else? What do we want our families to know?
I want our families to know that we are setting the standard
Love it.
for education in New Orleans.
I love
the Leah
it.
Chase School is setting the standard. So to be a part of this process, to be a part of history, I do invite our families to embrace that because we are still enrolling students. It's not too late.
It's not too late.
It's not too late. So, come be a part of history with us. Like, come and be a part of what we're about to do, the changes we're about to make in the city.
I love it. And Mr. Tiller, as assistant principal, I know too often, as an AP, I was there, too often those conversations with families aren't necessarily positive if it's discipline related. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But there's so much more to the work that you're going to do with our families. What's your message to our families?
And my message is along the lines of what you were just stating. Like, I want them to feel safe. And safe doesn't really encompasses them wanting to feel safe to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Parents feeling safe to come and speak with us.
Yes.
I'm a homie.
Yeah.
So I'm a homeboy grown
I love it.
person.
I love it.
I want them to understand that, I'm still that same person, and you can speak to me and we can work things out together. I want those scholars to feel safe in the building and their families to just give us the information that we need, and so that we can support them.
I love it. I love it. So y'all know we're opening the new school, and the building was already named Leah Chase, and I'm so excited to actually have a school named the Leah Chase School. And when I spoke with the family, we know that Leah Chase was obviously an amazing chef, right? The Creole Queen, right?
Yes.
Also a social activist, in terms of social justice and civil rights, a lover of arts, right? But the one thing the family wanted us to be real clear on is academic outcomes, improving academic achievement. And so when we think about the Literacy Act and numeracy within like state requirements, how are we going to ensure that our scholars are prepared for the future in terms of their academics?
I think that right now in our planning, we are planning to go above and beyond just the compliance level of what we need to do in public school systems. We are going above that. So whatever the minimum is, we are going to push beyond that. We want to create a different space for families and students as well, and just make sure that academics is our top priority.
Absolutely.
That is what we are focusing on first.
Yes.
We want to educate the whole child by offering them additional opportunities to do things outside of academia.
Yes, like clubs and those types of things.
Ballet, the arts, music.
So we're working on getting a ballet program.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
I can't
That
say
makes
too
me
much
so
about it right
excited.
now.
I'm
But
really
we
happy
are
about
ready.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a dancer.
Oh, nice.
So to see that, at the Leah Chase School, that's something that we're offering, especially to the demographic of kids that we're servicing who may not have access to, dance classes. You're getting that at school. We're building that foundation at school. I love it.
Yep. And when we think about the early literacy, we spend a lot of time in education talking about literacy. And I know, you all know that early literacy starts at birth, right?
Yes.
Ages 0 to 3 are the most impactful in terms of brain development. And kindergarten is that foundational grade. So as our kindergarten teacher, one of our kindergarten teachers, what does this look like in terms of what you need to see from families and what encouragement you might give families around literacy and academic outcomes for kindergartners?
Any help as far as their, basic letters and letter sound, being able to identify their names, that helps me be able to not spend as much time on that portion, and I can move into actual reading skills.
Right.
Because when our scholars can read, that opens up so many more doors for them. They don't feel defeated. They don't feel like they don't want to try new things because, I can't do it because I can't read that. So as early as I can jump into those reading skills, that's what I would like to do. But if need be, I can start at letter sounds and letter recognition. But I'm prepared as a long-term goal to have the majority of my students reading fluently by the time they leave my class.
I love that. Yes. As you were saying that, I was thinking about, I told you I'm a secondary educator by trade. But my first principalship was at an elementary school. And it was the biggest learning experience for me. And I remember talking to another secondary educator who had the same thing, was an elementary principal at the time. And she said she used to think Dibbles was a cartoon character. I knew what it was because my daughter was a kindergartner. But I love the fact that you're looking at that readiness, being a fluent reader, because we all know that we start off learning to read and then we're reading to learn. And if our scholars don't have that valuable skill, it's going to impact what they're able to do or not able to do as they move through life. So I really appreciate you highlighting that. So what else would you all like for people to know about the Leah Chase School? When we think about, obviously, it being a new school named after Leah Chase and knowing that we're going to have a variety of opportunities for families, if you could share something that gives people something to think about in terms of what to expect at the Leah Chase School, what's your thing that you're most excited about when it comes to that?
My thing, it's different. And when I say different, it's different in a good way. And sometimes when people see different things or changes, they kind of move away from it. But I want them to feel comfortable in the changing that we're doing.
Gotcha.
The people that we have employed, our staff, I'm not just saying this because I'm on the radio with you.
Right.
This has been the most excited I've been because of the forward thinking that our staff has. I mean, it's all in, all hands on deck.
I love it. And I'm glad you said that because, we've got a teacher shortage. It's a national problem. This is not a Louisiana thing or a New Orleans thing. It's a national problem. And when I tell you that I was so excited to see the caliber of our staff that we're getting, I mean, we have master teachers. We have experienced teachers and leaders who are going to be a part of this team. How exciting is that part?
That's very exciting. We have our team's top tier.
Yeah, top tier.
To know that you're a part of a team that was strategically picked, people that were strategically brought together to achieve an overall goal, and to be a part of that number, it feels good. It's an honor.
Yeah.
In a sense, everyone's
We're
calling.
honored to have you.
Everyone's calling like, You're working at the Leah Chase School. This is a big deal. We're so excited.
Just social media. And you guys have got so many amazing shout outs on social media. Y'all are like celebrities, like rock stars, man. I'm just saying.
So I want families to know that their students, their kids are in good hands. We have some veteran educators on our team. We are taking a collaborative approach with everything. We are ensuring that everyone feels comfortable in their roles. And providing all the necessary supports that they may need. Because when our kids come, we're hitting the ground running.
On day one.
On day one.
I love it. And speaking of day one, first day of school is
August 6th.
Yes.
For 1st through 5th, and August 13th for kindergarten.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, and that's right around the corner. But in the meantime, we've got an amazing back-to-school celebration coming on August 3rd. You guys going to be there for that?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We also have an orientation tomorrow.
Yes. Say more about that.
The orientation is from 5 to 6:30 tomorrow at the Leah Chase School.
Okay.
We're going to offer families information around transportation, any things that they need before school starts.
Good.
And just so that they can get a chance to meet us as well, because we're new.
Right.
So it's a time for them to meet us and for us to meet them.
Yeah, start building those relationships early. Yeah, that is awesome, awesome, awesome. And I know there'll be some open house opportunities and some other family engagement opportunities. Is there any, as a kindergarten teacher, is there any one thing that you plan to do with your families during the course of the school year that they can look forward to?
I typically, throughout the year, build a memory book.
Nice.
So at the end of the school year, for graduation, that goes home with them. So, the family can see what we did in class from start to finish.
Yeah.
But I typically inform my parents almost daily.
Yeah.
Because I love Class Dojo.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for me to send, a quick snapshot of the children being engaged, what our work looks like this day.
Yes.
So, I typically inform them throughout the school year.
That is so good.
What their scholars are working on.
I love the memory book because kindergarten is a big deal.
It is.
Are you prepared for tears?
I am. Surprisingly, the parents cry more than the kids.
I know, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Normally, the kids, by the time the parents reach the corner, the kids have stopped crying.
Yeah,
The
right.
parents cry all the way home, all the way to work.
Right, maybe
and
the
I'm
next
like,
day.
Mom, I assure you, within 2 minutes,
They will be fine.
he was fine.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I appreciate you all so much for being here, and I'm super excited to work with you all and to support you all in this year and beyond. And I know it's going to be a fantastic experience for our scholars and our families and for you all, because there's nothing like your school family. So I'm excited to be able to see this and to be a part of it. So thank you all so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and as we wrap up, I do want to just give a few more reminders and pointers. Again, first day of school for the Leah Chase School is August 6th, and that's for 1st through 5th grade, and August 13th for kindergarten. Again, our opening celebration and ribbon cutting for the TLC school, that's what we call it, the TLC school, is August 3rd, and that'll be from 10 to 2 at the Leah Chase School. And this is the official back-to-school celebration for our scholars and our families. And we invite the entire community to come out and join us. It's going to be a great opportunity to get some health checks, great food. But there's actually going to be a healthy cooking demonstration, haircuts, and music and everything. So it's going to be a great opportunity for the entire community to come and see what the Leah Chase School is all about. And also just want to remind everybody, and with you all being our family here, take care of yourself. That's one of the things that I really say, and I mean it. We do what we call a mental minute, and I want to make sure that you all know that I value you, and there's nothing about your job that's more important than you. Okay, so please take care of yourself. And we need to model that for our families and for our students. So take your mental minute if it means breathing exercises, journaling. If you're like me and a crazy runner, get out and run. Whatever that means for you. But as you do that, it's going to make you that much a better person and a better educator. Because one thing that I say is you cannot give what you don't have. So please, please, please
Absolutely.
take care of yourself. And then I want to remind everyone to please check out our social media for tips about the Mental Minute as well as updates for the district. And you can stay in the know by following our social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, and by watching or attending our board meetings via streaming on YouTube. And we do have a business board meeting tomorrow. For more information about the Leah Chase School, you can visit us at nolapublicschools.com/TLC. And finally, follow me on social media. I'm at Dr. Avis Williams on Instagram and at Dr. Avis W on X, and look forward to seeing everybody come out to support our teachers and scholars on August 3rd for our opening celebration. The next Education Elevation will be next month, and looking forward to having some other guests. And again, I want to remind the community that if you've got a specific topic that you'd like for us to talk about or want to learn more about, please reach out and let us know. And so as we wrap up, I want to say thank you for tuning in to Education Elevation. And I hope you all have an amazing day on purpose. See you next time.